You will hear me scream today, hopefully.
I heard him once.
If you can't, you're either doing extremely well or you've already left me. Hopefully that doesn't happen, okay? Everybody watch out for each other. Make sure and be safe today. If you feel like you're overexerting yourself, let us know. Don't be too proud or too prideful and try to keep going and push yourself too much. Let us know. We'll get you a bottle of water and then we'll get you back in.
We got water and Gatorade and the paramedic on standby. So I got IV therapy though.
And I will get you water.
Hopefully we just need to
We didn't drag the ambulance.
But, my name's Scott Sizemore. I'm originally from over Stony Fork. I live in Corbin now, but I was on Bell County in Pineville for a number of years. And I work for Lexington Fire Department. Is where I work at with State Fire Rescue. But I've been teaching survival, rescue, and RIT for a number of years. We do a class at State Fire School. And we do
Don't.
I'll wait till later. And but teach a whole lot of firefighter rescue, and I really enjoy it. But you know, because this is something it's really important to me because you know it's one of us that's down. You know that we're trying to get out of there. So we do a whole lot with it in Lexington, and
That place get my drugs get me on me.
we just play with it a whole lot. We do a whole lot. We train a whole lot on it. But you know, it's something we try to do well. And you know, like Shane said, if you get hot, you know, just let somebody know. You know, step out for a minute. But you know, we're going to try to push you because you know it is one of us. It's, you know, it's down. You know, you can't quit. You know, because if you quit, then it means that you know you can't leave them inside. So, but what we'll do is first is a firefighter assessment. So we got a down firefighter. They go in, they find the firefighter. So what they'll start doing is they'll start assessing her first, see if she's got air. You know, you can't really do anything for breathing. You want to make sure she has air. One way you can do that is just kind of pull on the mask a little bit, move the mask. If you hear air, or if you hear a firefighter breathing, then you're good. If you've got an air pack you brought in with you or a RIT bag, then that's when you can give them air if they need it. Then what they'll do is they'll take the waist strap and they'll convert the FCBA into a harness, and they'll take the waist strap and go between the legs with it. Now, one thing that you want to do, you'll see how he's got her leg up like this. And one thing you want to do is make sure when you pull those apart, do not let go of them. So what you want to do first is to loosen that waist strap all the way out. See, with her, it's not going to make a big difference. But if you got somebody like me, you know, that's a little bit larger mammal, then you have to have that thing loosened all the way out. But make sure you loosen it up. You unbuckle it. Don't let go of it. Then go between the legs. Because if you drop it, you have to imagine if this person's went down in a fire, it's in really bad conditions, right? So you may not be able to see this far in front of you. So if you drop one of them straps, you're going to have to find it to pick it up. So if you let go of them, or once you unbuckle it, don't let go. If you can't get it the first time, then bring it back around and buckle it back where it's supposed to be. After we do that, and the reason we do this is so that we can pull on those shoulder straps and that SCBA is not going to come off. You know, that's just like, did y'all see the supermarket fire in Phoenix? Brick Harbor, when they pulled him out, you know, all he had on was his pants. And the reason for that was is they grabbed him something like 6 times. And they pulled his air pack off, they pulled his coat off, they pulled all his gear off, trying to, you know, just trying to grab him and get him out. He would wrestle away from them. Whenever we go between the legs with that strap, that SCBA is pretty much locked on them. We can drag them anywhere, use it as a harness. The next thing we'll do is loosen the straps on the shoulder strap. That way the other rescuer can get his hands under those straps. And then once he gets his hands in there, we'll tighten them down and then put the tail end of the strap up in his hands. That way he's got them locked. Depends on what kind of buckle you have. You may have to take that strap and come around the buckle, because some of them, if you come straight up, it'll cause it to loosen back up. So you have to come around on some of them. Once we get it to there, and he's got his hands in there, and you're going to see this here in a few minutes whenever we start to go up these steps, because you want those shoulder straps tightened down. Because if you get play in that, it's going to make it harder to lift with. But once he gets to there, then he can start to drag, and we'll talk about the drag a little bit later. But once you get to this point, now you can pull them over from the stairs. Now we're ready to start moving. The top rescuer, you have to talk right here. Now this one's pretty easy because she's pretty light. But you just have to pick up like the turnout gear, pick up under the knees, pick up right here at the bottom of your gear, whatever you can to pick that bottom part up to get up high enough where you can get under. Now what you want to do is he'll come up here, make sure these are tight again, make sure shoulder straps are tight. Then he's going to get underneath the victim's knees. He wants the victim's knees on his shoulders, and his nose will be down in the belly button. You have to be careful when you're doing this, though. This is going to be up close and personal as you can get. So if you're
the closer you are, the easier it's going to be on your back.
So we've got it's something you have to do. Don't be ashamed or whatever to do this. But if you get in there in the stomach, it's going to make it easier on everybody to get them up. Once they start, but they have to communicate. The two rescuers do. That's the main thing with this, and all day is going to be communication. So when he says ready, he'll just say, give the command, ready, go. If he does not hear anything, then you go. If he says ready and he says wait, then you don't go. So just go, do a simple command, just go ready, go. And then he can talk, so go ahead.
Ready, lift. Ready, lift.
Now they're going up one step at a time here.
Ready, lift.
And what you have to be careful with is don't let the bottom person get too far ahead of the top person, because if you do, you'll V, what we call V the victim. And if like where she's at, if her knees get driven up close to her face, she's not going to be able to breathe, and because her head's already dropped down. So you have to be careful that the bottom person doesn't get going too fast. If you've got somebody that's small enough, if you've got two people that are big enough lifting, you can lift and go all the way to the top. So you want to do that now?
Yeah. Ready, lift.
Now see how she stayed pretty good, and she didn't get folded up. So that's what you want to keep from doing, because if she gets folded up or if the victim gets folded up, then they can't breathe. Has anybody got any questions so far? Alright, so coming back down, what you'll do is you'll switch around coming down, and you'll put the rescuer will put their hands in, just like they did before, and then you'll have the second rescuer will be on the bottom to steady, to make sure they don't fall backwards, and to tell them how many steps they've got left. And then all you'll do is you want to pick up enough just to clear that bottle, and then just pull them down the steps. Great.